don't need a lot of tools to get this done, but we're going to start with the Phillips screwdriver. You're going to get the screw right behind the inside door handle. And then you have another one on the top side by the side view mirror. Set those aside somewhere so you don't forget them. Then I usually, it's just a rule of thumb, feel around looking for other screws. In this case, we have two smaller Phillips screws pointing upward at the bottom. It's kind of tricky to find, but if you feel around with your hand, you should be able to get them. Then you change out your drill bit and put in a Torx 25, and these two Torx screws will come right out here in the next to the window switch. That'll pull the entire plastic piece right out. At this point, you're gonna need a pick or a flathead screwdriver, a really small one, to get the connector out. It can be a little tough sometimes, but just be patient and don't force it because it will break. To get that connector loose. Then I'd go ahead and remove the door handle bezel and remove the door lock switch. I like to separate it from the bezel just to prevent from scratching anything. And then same thing as the window switch, patience, use the pick to remove the connector. Tuck the connectors out of the way so that when I remove the door panel, I don't yank on them. Then I have two more Torx screws that are holding the entire door panel into the door assembly. Once you remove those two, it's just a matter of releasing all the pressure clips. I look for the first gap I could find in between the door and the door panel. In this case, it's the top. And then I just start slowly popping off, going around. And then I just unhinge upwards. Then set aside. And you're ready for installation. Same thing. First thing you want to do is hook from the top. So you want to slide from up, going downwards. Then slowly start moving the door panel around so all the pressure clips line up to their holes, and then just give it, a little love tap as you go around the door. Make sure the holes are aligned. If not, you will break the pressure clip. So it's pretty important that you do that. And then just tap, tap, tap. Then, of course, you make sure that it's nice and flush against the door. Then you grab your screws and push them right back into the door. I would start with these Torx screws right at the door handle, and then I would go ahead and plug in my bezels and switches. I'm playing this clip backwards. This was from when I removed it, but it works as a great guide. As you can see by the mess inside the car, I just tore this car apart, never went back together. Same thing with the window switch. Plug her back up, much easier than taking her off. Then clip it right back into place. Grab your two Torx screws and screw those right back into place. Then go ahead and swap out your bit and go for the Phillips screws at the bottom. It can be a little tricky to find the holes if you can't see, so worst case you're gonna have to get on the floor just to see where the holes are. Then you have the last two Phillips screwdrivers, the one for the mirror and the one right behind the door handle. And that's it. It's done. If this video helped you at all, please do me a solid and hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it.